Globalists are admitting more and more of the stuff that they've been developing. IBM gets another $21 million to develop neural net ICs. IBM has received $21 million for its Synapse project to develop neural networking chips. It brings the total funding for the project to $41 million. Since 2008, IBM has made 2 prototype neural net ICs, each with 256 neuron nodes, which in one chip connect to 262, 144 Synapse-type memories, and in the other chip connect to 65K synapses. They're trying to create an artificial humanoid brain, and of course much of this, they admit, is for implantation into humans. They were fabricated using 45 NM SOI COMOSs. Synapses aims to replicate the computing power of the human brain within the size and power consumption restraints of the human brain. IBM calls its 2 prototype chips neurosynaptic nodes aimed at cognitive computing. So they're not going to need humans pretty soon for their military, the globalist military. They're already converting everything over to drones in the air and soon on the ground. That's why the elites all write publications saying they don't need us anymore. Does the future need a bunch of Arrested Development TV watchers who have no idea what time it is? Well, I'm here to warn everybody, and maybe folks want to listen. It's a fact that most major vaccines that are tested are filled with live cancer viruses. You might enjoy the fact that cancer is exploding. You might like being murdered, think it's cute. I don't. I'm an extremist. I'm a weirdo. Let's go ahead and take a call here. Let's talk to Sean. Welcome, Sean, in North Carolina. Thanks for holding.
Thanks, Alex. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, sir.
I have 2 issues for you. One, I keep getting on the Rush Radio show in Greensboro and Raleigh. I debated the talk show host there. I forget what her name was, Dimitri, I believe. And we were discussing Palin, how she's wanting to go into the election, if she's going to do it or if not. And the thing about her was she was saying that voters were stupid. And then she said, well, between these 4 candidates, Sarah Palin, Bachmann, Perry, and some other one, she didn't even mention Ron Paul. So I decided to give her a call.
That's the talking point everywhere. They're told to do this. Or they're weak-minded and see the mainstream media not doing it, so they go, oh, I want to be establishment. They say we can't talk about him. Why, he's only the leader, number 1, number 2, or number 3, any way you slice it. He's a key front runner, and he's been right about everything. Let's just, again, they get into the petty power trip of keeping info from people. They enjoy playing like they're globalist controllers.
It was really funny, Alex, when I mentioned, well, Ron Paul's a constant guest on Alex Jones of Infowars.com, and he's always right. And so is Ron Paul. And as soon as I said your name on there, they started, oh, blah, 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 blah. It was hilarious. But anyway, I wanted to thank you for waking me up, and thank you for what you're doing.
Well, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you calling. I've studied history. I haven't lived through Soviet occupation or Nazi brutalization or Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge in Cambodia or the hundreds of other examples, but I've studied it. And let me tell you, there's no doubt the globalists want to break America forever. They want to really bring in a hardcore tyranny, not a soft tyranny, and they want arrest and purges and persecutions and all the civil wars that come with that. Just like what they're doing in Libya. They want destabilization. They'll sit back, let us have a war with each other for years in a deep depression. And out of it, they believe from their studies that they're going to have the central government come out on top in a type of 21st century reconstruction. And out of it, a metamorphosized America. They cut off the food and water and electricity for long enough. The tyranny gets bad enough. They think that you're going to break. They think that you're going to give in to whatever they say. That's why they've worked so hard to eradicate any type of barter, any type of gardens, any type of lemonade stands, Girl Scouts. They don't want you, they want to extinguish the practice of people meeting at the town square. In the old days, that's what the town squares where the open markets were. They want to make you go to the big box stores to buy the Chinese slave goods. Everything is about forming a monopoly. And we've got a treat for some of the callers, Larry, Teresa, Ari, Brian, Johnny, that are patiently holding. Coming up when we get into the third hour, we're going to open the phones up, and we've got Gerald Celente with us, so you'll be able to address your question or comment to myself and the audience, but also throw a question to the top trends forecaster, Gerald Celente of Trends Research. He's going to be joining us here in just one moment via video connection from New York, where his Trends Research Institute is based. For PrisonPlanet.tv viewers, you'll be able to see Gerald. Obviously, radio listeners can hear Gerald because I get emails saying, why do you keep talking about watching you? I'm listening to you on the radio, on XM, or on a local AM or FM station. Yes, I know. We're also simulcast at PrisonPlanet.tv. And we're going to talk about the economy with Gerald, Libya, all over the country, people being arrested for lemonade stands or being fined if you're dying of cancer and you're trying to get treatment, so you have a garage sale. Here come the police throwing the book via organized crime government at the American people. Now, your calls are coming up, and so much has happened here. Biden is over in China begging them to continue to buy Treasury notes and groveling. This is exactly what the globalists have maneuvered us into this position. This is the wages of their New World Order, of their globalism. Obama has announced an acceleration of policies that have already caused a massive increase in power prices in the last 3 years, rolling blackouts. General Electric is exempt from all the new policies. They were issued that waiver in February. So we have those reports. They're now announcing massive energy rate hikes, and that, yes, you will have rolling blackouts. But after all, it's for the earth. So it's all about artificial scarcity, making you pay a lot more for a lot less. This is what it's like to live in Venezuela, or to live in Ceausescu's Romania, or in North Korea. This is what it's like. You're an insider, you get waivers from the government health care mandate. You're an insider, your power plant stays open. Gun laws without having a law. Wars without congressional approval. 300,000 illegals. The president says, I'm just going to release them. Maybe I'll keep a few felons back. I don't need Congress. I'll violate federal immigration law. We are entering a time of complete lawlessness because the globalists have imploded us by design, and they've got to bring in a tyranny or they're all going to go to prison. Came out the SEC last week, even the Associated Press reported, destroyed thousands of documents and hundreds of investigations. People bring them evidence of fraud inside the good old boy club, the organized crime, the offshore banks that run this country and Wall Street. They're exempt. You want to sell lemonade? You're going to get your wrist broken. You're going to prison. You're going to jail. You're Amish selling neighbors cheese? 1 year, $1 million investigation to act like it's illegal.